Have you ever felt entirely consumed by your own emotions, surrounded by toxic environments, dealing with inner demons, and feeling completely powerless as your mental state is swallowed whole by the storm? Ancient Hindu philosophy recognized this exact state of mental chaos. To conquer it, they designed a precise 9-step psychological roadmap, the Navdurga. This framework is built on an ancient emotional discipline known as rasa sadhana. It maps human personal growth across 9 distinct stages, matching a specific emotional state to a specific phase of inner conflict. The 9 days of Navratri provide an interactive blueprint for the psyche. It is a structured method for dismantling the ego and forging deep inner strength. The journey starts on day 1 with Shailaputri, the daughter of the mountain, representing the emotion of wonder. Notice that she rides a bull. Before you can face any inner demons, you need absolute foundational stability. The bull provides that necessary grounding. On day 2, we meet Brahmacharini, and the emotional state shifts to peace. There are no weapons here. Instead, she holds a simple rosary and a water pot, serving as a reminder that true energy grows through intense focus, effort, and ascetic discipline. By day 3, with Chandraghanta, the stakes rise and the emotion shifts to courage. The calm bull is replaced by a fierce tiger, and she is armed across 10 hands. She is alert, fearless, and ready for battle. Her name comes from the bell, or ganta, on her forehead. Psychologically, this bell acts as a mental weapon. It produces a sharp, continuous sound designed to snap a wandering mind back to the present moment, instantly cutting through anxiety and distraction. These first 3 days establish the rules of engagement. To begin real growth, secure your grounding with the bull, forge your discipline with the rosary, and sharpen mindfulness with the bell. With a stable foundation set, the structure of the journey pivots. Passive preparation is over. The soul must now generate the active energy required to fight its own darkness. Days 4 and 5 bring Kushmanda and Skandamata. Here, the emotions are joy and compassion. You cannot defeat darkness purely with discipline. You have to create a vital inner light, and then fiercely nurture and protect it. Then day 6 arrives with Katyayani, representing righteous love and justice. The earlier preparation pays off with a massive upgrade in power. She wields swords and rides a ferocious, roaring lion. She is famous for slaying the buffalo demon Mahishasura. In this psychological framework, Mahishasura represents dominant, toxic ego states, the deeply entrenched habits that individual willpower alone simply cannot defeat. Katyayani proves that evolution requires active confrontation. You need the courage to draw hard boundaries, symbolized by the sword, and the collective strength to stand up to toxic forces, riding the lion into the fray. Defeating external forces is only half the battle. Day 7 introduces Kalaratri. This is the absolute climax of the internal war and the darkest phase of the entire journey. The majestic imagery collapses into a radical visual devolution. Her complexion turns pitch black, her hair is wild, and the glorious lion is replaced by a humble, braying donkey. She breathes and wields fire. The emotional states mapped to this phase are pure anger and fear. This is not a state of peace. It is a state of terrifying destruction. This imagery is highly intentional. It represents the brutal, agonizing process of facing your own deep-rooted ignorance and burning away your most stubborn attachments. Confronting your own darkest flaws is terrifying. Experiencing this total ego death is the unavoidable toll you have to pay to reach the light. The fire eventually burns itself out. The internal demons of ego and fear are vanquished, and the mental dust finally settles. Day 8 introduces Mahagaudi. This stage centers on the emotion of aversion, a deep, protective rejection of the mental patterns that were just destroyed. By actively turning away from old impurities, the mind undergoes a state of renewal, resulting in a soul depicted as radiant and washed entirely clean. Notice her mount. We return to the bull from day 1. Now, instead of preparation, it symbolizes deep, unshakable peace achieved after surviving massive struggle. On day 9, the journey reaches Siddhi-Datri. The emotional state circles back to wonder, settling permanently into Shanta Rasa, the ultimate state of peace. Look at the final visual shift. Predators are gone, weapons lowered. She sits centered on a blossoming lotus, untouched by the chaos of the world. Ultimate spiritual mastery doesn't look like a raging battlefield. It is characterized by pristine tranquility and stillness, marking the completion of the soul's journey. The Navratri progression maps the specific psychological phases of transformation. It follows a logical arc from grounding and discipline to courage and the eventual destruction of the ego, culminating in total self-mastery. Look at your own life right now. Which stage are you stuck in? Are you missing the foundational grounding of the bull, the fierce boundary setting of the sword, or the brutal honesty of the dark night? True peace is never randomly given to you. It is a state of being that you have to systematically build, fight for, and forge from within.